You feel when your baby gone. How can you sleep with no?
How about that? Can y'all hear me now? How about that?
How do you feel when your baby gone?
Can y'all hear me now? I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Come on. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you. Get a little Studio One, old school reggae. Let's go, y'all. Come on this morning. Thank you. Good morning.
How can you sleep with no one to keep you warm? Stop and you cry all night. Such a feeling it gives an awful right. I made a mistake when I grieved her heart. She couldn't and she decided to fight. I want no one that she is just my side. Oh,
I'll give y'all some of that classic Studio One reggae. Old school classic reggae today. I'm giving y'all a little treat this morning, a little classic Studio One reggae. Sorry about the no sound, but we're back. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. A little better now. Let's go.
No, I ain't spoken, but that's the way to love. That's what I feel in my heart. I've got to say, oh, how I suffer, oh, how I cry. Gave up my pride just to be by her side. And I'm so really mine. I never say no other word.
What y'all know about this classic old school Studio One reggae mix? See, we like that. See that? Welcome to Reggae Wednesday this morning. Get your little classics, old school reggae mix, Studio One. Get you some of that old school Sugar Minot, some of that old school Delroy. Maybe come with some Gregory Isaacs or something next up. A little night nurse for you. Kerr Hobby, what up? Mozambique, what's up? What's up, Mozambique? How y'all doing? What do you know about this Studio One music, Mozambique? What do you know about this, Mozambique? All right, we're gonna turn off into some reggae dancehall music, but we're vibing a little bit. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Your systems. Message open one.
I like that. Back to my easy mix.
You think you are so fine.
Chat no work, I'm gonna watch the time.
Stop playing with my mind.
I know in a joke when she will want the wine.
Able. Pavo no podar. Okay. What language you speaking? That sounds like it's Portuguese.
I tell Jackie, tell me not use no stone.
Action.
Sweet. Don't be with the goddamn loco.
Action. Sweet.
Don't be with the goddamn loco.
I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a change?
Reggae Wednesday, let's go, y'all.
I need some action, tender satisfaction.
No dancehall reggae, let's go.
Chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a change?
Miss a tweet nice, they are for the girl day. Tweet nice already and she come back again. Miss a tweet nice, they are for the girl day. Tweet nice already and she come back again. Kiss her on her lips and she started to float. The way she feel like she start to climb smoke. She start get wild and grab on for me chop. She start feel high like man with a coke. But see a girl but wait you not love. She say I miss she love and she start get out. So what happened to your man and she said that let out. And yesterday me go a station go report. Go tell the police me I carry him go a coat. Cause him can't make love him uncle make joke. She say me want a man who no rough and coast. She want a man to move back from pillar to post. And she want a man in her life. A man to make she feel nice. You hear? Alright, she want me feel nice, so she said me is a tweet. Alright, what say? It's a tweet nice, they are for the girl day.
Good morning.
Nice already and she come back again. It's a tweet nice, they are for the girl day. Tweet nice already and she come back.
Something in my heart says this is love.
DJ Easy run the show.
Day and night, I say that you love me, the sight of her.
And
Don't you know that actions speak louder than words? Second class, don't give me no second class love.
What you want?
Whatever you're doing is not good enough.
Let's go, come on.
Class, it comes like a knife. If you don't want me, just get out of my life, out of my life, out of my life.
oh, and the more serious type of loving.
Hey.
No one in the world I share them something. If you love her from start and you put on the ring, what you want to break her heart and hurt her feeling.
Good morning, everybody. Out in the building. This is Reggae Wednesday. We back. Dancehall music today. I play a little Cox and Dodd, a little early Studio One music. Classic Jamaica. Shout out to all my people from Yard. Shout out to all my people from Africa. Europe. Let's go. All my Caribbean people, Trinidadian people, Bayesian people, all my Calypso people. All my Dominican, Puerto Rican, bachata people, let's go.
Them really like to see how you keep your head up. You're in your nice job, and them all the day smoke. So them can't be. I have to time and show up your penny. Jump around and beat to stop up me. Just love how they can them say. Hey, and to the make a nice can say. You know, some love how the woman never flex.
Yeah. Let's go.
So man, I play number two. Look, man, I never still in no picture.
Hey.
Easy run the show.
Play the tune. Let's go.
Everybody wanna them cause she charming.
Every man knows that the woman them a lead.
Them other than pepper seed and then
Wow, the voluptuous baby.
she try the old dance and crazy.
Because your booty body, me say me can't resist. Sorry this morning,
Doesn't matter and
enough man calling.
your body touch like the
Flowers in the garden,
and me love with you.
all me life saving.
That's a mistake.
Hey.
I not want the picture defense. Me no in no if I'm motor defense. Nobody ready then you shall defense.
Girl, I'm ugly in a color contact lens.
Pull up.
So man I play number 2. I love
Good morning. We played some reggae music this morning, dancehall music. Shout to all my Jamaican people. People from yard, African people. Let's go. Stand up. Hey. Everybody wait for Reggae Wednesday. Everybody love Reggae Wednesday. Waiting for Reggae Wednesday. We're waiting and loving Reggae Wednesday. Let's go. Shout out to all my people that come out. All my MOP people. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Excess amount of loving, excess amount of care, excess amount of feeling is all I wanna share with you. Excess amount of passion, ain't no great attraction. I want you, baby, let me be.
Reggae Wednesday, we love it. Let's go. We love Reggae Wednesday. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Hey, hey. Proper dancehall music. Let's go.
Things that one you are gold, me not tell no lie. You full of man control, take the body, girl. Things that one you are gold, turn up your ball, it up brave and bold, baby. Things that one you are gold, me not tell no lie. You full of man control, take the body, girl. Things that one you are gold, turn up your ball, it up brave and bold. Cause the man where you give your body, he must be come back again, the pain of the belly. Enough money he must spend, cause your body good, you're current. You have the remedy when the doctor recommend. Man, I carry you from Miami, God got spend weekend and left white. Him now want her again. That mean you better than them. Hold up your hand, you're not a
See some girl full of big feet and them market give way. I'm gonna stop at them after them are straight.
Good morning.
When you know your market give shot, I sing along. Full of big feet and them market give way. I'm gonna stop at them after them are straight. Oh man, when you know your name I call, if you can bounce you like a football. Oh man, you are
Fugees was the biggest group in the 90s. Fugees was the biggest group. They sold the most records. Fugees sold 30 million records in the 90s. Wu-Tang probably sold about 4 or 5 tops. Fugees sold 30 million records. As far as numbers, yeah, they sold the most.
DJ Easy run this show.
They sold the most. Good morning, everybody. I'm in the building. To answer your question, the Fugees was the biggest selling group, hip hop group in the 90s. Wu-Tang was probably clocked out at about 3 or 4 million records, maybe 5 million tops. The Fugees sold about 30 million records. 30 million records. They're big records. Big, over 20 million records, Fugees. Bigger than Wu-Tang. Now, not, as far as street popularity, probably Wu-Tang, but then Lauryn Hill came out, she sold another 20 million records. So that's it. Collectively, they probably did about 50 million records, between Lauryn Hill, Wyclef, Fugees, and all that stuff. No, they huge. They very huge. Very huge. Remember, the Fugees' music wasn't just hip hop; it was world music. So they sold all around the world, the Fugees. And on top of that, their music was like African, Caribbean. Think about when they came out. Come on, when the Fugees came out, if you old enough, you in Africa right now, that was the one thing you listened to. If you in Europe, that's the one thing you listen to. I'm telling you. Good morning, Uncle A's in the building. I will give you history lessons. Yes, I will. Hey.
I say every day you get up is the next man dead. Get back the coat and the gun my I say mother start crying.
Far Side over Arrested Development. I love Arrested Development, but Far Side, Skills. I always go back to Skills. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. For me, it's always about skills. Far Side, skills. I respect the Arrested Development movement. They have some big records, Everyday People, all that. It's great records, but yeah. But Far Side, skills. Rock This Funky Joint was a groundbreaking record by the Far Side. I really want to know. Let's go, y'all.
Just like Michigan, I'm smiling. Oh, smiling. I say every day you get up is the next man dead. I say mother start crying. My God. You see what the gun can really do. All of my brethren have been money problem. Who know I'm not them having no problem. Me say they can't pay them mortgage and can't pay them rent.
Now the Arrested Development was more like like a mixture of like you would call like X-Clan or something like that. The Fugees was the Refugees. That was when the Caribbean, the Haitian people, and Caribbean people really got their foot in conventional today's hip hop, and they all were skills. Lauryn Hill, probably one of the dopest female MCs ever. Lauryn Hill. Now, if she get asked up to the stage on time, everything be all right. Timothy Green, good morning, brother. Good morning. I'm in the building. This is Reggae Wednesday. Let's go dance all music. Let's get you up. Get your asses up this morning. Let's go. Let's go.
And then the belly, then the monkey, look how the girl teeth white, and them crisp and pretty. I look and then the girl, you know you want me, I be hold them. And I the pretty girl, them.
I'd say that. I'd agree with you there.
I problem, I be hold them. And I the fat girl, them. Fat girl, I wanna give me eye problem.
Now, if Lauryn Hill get her butt on the stage on the stage on time, if Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill is the evolution of what a female artist should be. The live band and all that kind of stuff. Everything, she's doing it all right, except she just can't get on stage on time. Other than that, she's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I love Lauryn. Good morning, everybody. I'm in the building. Reggae Wednesday. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Bring it back easy. Let's go. Let's go easy.
You feel big up. All of the woman them big up. All of the girl them big up.
All of the woman them big up. Oh,
Matches cock up, sitting in place, stand up. Please, if I Apache full of peer, makeup and shit. Walk my street, I would have a man big them up. Big up. All your fat on your buff, girl, your fat on your buff, expensive and rubber, put your hand in the ear and just big up. Girl, if your fat on your buff, and know you come for put your hand in the ear and just big up. Girl, if your fat on your buff, another virgin, put your hand in the ear.
I believe Lauryn Hill, if Lauryn Hill could have gotten focused, I believe she'd have been just as big. She would have done more for music, world music, than any other female artist in a long time. She would have been almost as, I'm not saying big as Bob Marley, but she had the ability to be close on the world music stage for her impact in music. If she could have gotten herself focused, like, you know, with her time and all the other stuff, being on time, and, you know, because the fans can't hang out for 2 hours, wait for you to come out, and then you come out. They tired, you know what I'm saying? If she could have got focused, she probably would have been big as, not as Bob Marley, but in that space of world music, because her message, her music, and everything about Lauryn Hill, her blackness, her beauty, everything about Lauryn Hill was incredible. So it's still incredible, but I think she probably would have been bigger than everybody else, I think. Would have rivaled people like Beyonce and all the other stuff, because the people would have been more culturally responsive to Lauryn Hill. That's what I believe.
girls in pum pum shots sing for free. My God, girls in pum pum shots not for free. Girls in body riders ain't for free.
Well, the thing about Lauryn Hill was was the boss of her stuff. Lauryn Hill was her boss. So, you know, at the end of the day, you could say you wanted to change Lauryn Hill, but Lauryn Hill probably was, you know, you couldn't change. She was very powerful. She is a very powerful woman, Lauryn Hill, to this day. So nobody was going to change Lauryn Hill. She rebelled against Sony. She rebelled against the Fugees. And I think that was something that's dope about it. But the problem, again, with us is we just get these successes and we don't understand the true impact of our success. So we have to pay attention to it. That's why we got to keep feeding y'all with product. If we don't feed y'all with product, then what happens? The world will feed y'all with whatever, because you got to eat, right? You got to eat whatever you got to eat. So if you got to eat good music or bad music, you're going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I give y'all good music, good reggae music. Come on, Easy, run this show. Let's go.
What the girls and one? Make them jump and do some jam. You know one. Out of his mercy. I just over the dicky girls and one bed. And you know the when they bring your men. Over the dicky girls and one.
Had Big L lived, he would have been the biggest hip hop artist. Bigger than Biggie, bigger than Jay-Z, bigger than everybody. Big L was the real everything threat. People was taking Big L style left and right. Big L would have been the biggest artist in the world. Had Big L lived. Rest in peace, Big L. Big L was just finding himself. Big L would have changed the climate in hip hop. AZ is cool. I love AZ. Super style, everything great about AZ. But Big L was the truth. Yeah. Yeah. I think Big L would have been bigger than Biggie, I'm telling you. Big L was that good. Big L was that good.
Whosoever will make come, girls take them on the phone, lie down. In the meantime, whosoever will make come, girls take them on the phone, lie down. So me say all night for man, a wiggle and a turn. Man a feel sweet and a body purple. Here the little creek made out the broke down. Man a champion jockey we about 10 ton. Woman caught in a chop and a no place to run. And a means and a free.
Rest in peace, not taking nothing away from from Biggie. Biggie was the guy who got it. You know what I'm saying? We had a conversation with Biggie years ago on the kind of music, and Biggie was very conscious about the type of music he was doing. And Biggie called it, he's doing R&B. That's what he had told Slap. He's like, yo, I'm doing R&B. And Biggie was very conscious. He knew he had a mission to get to the larger audience. So Biggie was very smart about his music.
People, man, and find your own man, set your foundation. Make your own plan. People, man, and find your own man, set your foundation. Make your own plan. Some girls don't want to work and live independent. Them live like a leech, them can't pay them rent. Every day they find a man, now get 1 cent. Only to them get on them face, get dead. Leave people, man, and find.
And you got to shout out Puff, because Puff was very instrumental in getting Biggie to change his style up a little bit. Because you remember, if you listen to a record called Party and Bullshit, Biggie used to rhyme in a very high cadence. And then after really Puff got it to him and got him calmed down a little bit, to the ladies in the boat, up, that kind of energy with Biggie was really where he really took off, became huge. So if you study Biggie's career, Puff and Diddy and that's why you got to give it to Diddy. Diddy was instrumental, and his crew was instrumental in Biggie's style and how we made his records, and they knew what they were doing. So I want to shout Puff out and shout out the whole crew. Rest in peace, B.I.G., the greatest of all time. To this day, he's definitely one of the greatest of all time. Really made use of it.
You don't want to work and try to live me. Live in the sun, live like a pig. Every day you love the false, you love wear the wig. Every man pocket you want come dig, and then you pose up and go on like you big. Now leave people, man, and find you.
Reggae Music Wednesday, everybody. Alex in the building. Let's go.
Leave people, man, and find your own man. Set a foundation, make your own plan.
I don't know just how long this will last, but all I know, this feels like forever. It's only a fool who would blind his own eyes, pretending not to see that you're a winner.
We'll go through some of that today, and y'all tell me, Rakim or Tupac. To me, my favorite rapper of all time, probably the most unique kind of rapper of all time, was Rakim. The most unique of all rappers at his time was Rakim, and his message and everything was consistent with his message and everything, Rakim. So it'd be kind of hard for me to say that. To me, I don't look at Tupac as a conventional rapper. He's more of a personality artist. You know what I'm saying? It's like comparing apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying?
No more running up and down. You have found
5 extra minutes of reggae music, y'all. Let's go.
My nights are no longer cold. I'll wait for you down the road.
Little extra, got a little technical difficulties getting started. Let's go, y'all. Well, I ask y'all a question. Who do you think was the greatest rapper of all time, and why? Let's go.
Stars are no longer in the sky. Hey,
my opinion is a little different because I was around, so I'm gonna be a little bit more jaded in my opinion because I know everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all could, give me a cleaner, honest opinion.
Me say you ever go Jamaica and see how them dress. In a Jamaica, them just be impressed. When it comes to clothes, Jamaica no mess.
Yo, Ja, hit me with today's mathematics. Let's go, y'all.
She look like an ordinary girl. Joe it so hot, she a dress casual. Buck her up a stone, love you wonder if I see him girl. The girl she come in like an enemy, soul and can dress. Ooh, what a people can dress. Lord, what a people can dress. Ooh, what a people can dress.
But I know them here, that's how they and it kill another man. Sometimes they liberate, sometimes unintentional.
Wow.
Well, let me hear a man have begun. In the penal, we will come up with a weapon. Boom, that is an addition
wow.
to the people. Them will live a short like country land. It is funny how the gun was created by a man, and the biggest victim are the same one. They don't stop contribute to them destruction, and that is why the rebel have to ask the question. Why so much
Congratulations on your new show. I know how you get, so don't be too rough on them. Love you and good luck. Bye.
Let's get it going. Love you too, Monkey.
Welcome to The Raw Perspective with your host, the incomparable Uncle Lays, a.k.a. Lays Elliott, a.k.a. Lazy Lays from the world famous, kicking it with you in topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now, for your host, the legendary Uncle Lays.
Hey, yo. What's up, y'all? It's your boy.
Hey, yo, Lays is rock. Yo, get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about.
Oh, come on, man.
Information.
That's what we do. Y'all know we do. We do this every morning, Monday to Thursday. We was having a really nice debate this morning about the greatest rappers, and I had said that Big L, had he not passed away, rest in peace, would have probably eclipsed everybody from Biggie to Jay-Z to everybody else. All he would have to do was get connected to the right people and got his business right. And I'm thinking of the people that were around during that time. You had young Damon Dash, you had young, really that really was like going out there, going after what it was. And I think, in my opinion, he probably would have eclipsed even Biggie because he'd have been too big of a force, Big L. And rest in peace to Big L, rest in peace to B.I.G. And I thought that, and just to give y'all a full clear warning, I thought that Biggie's style modification, and that was a lot to do with Diddy and the whole Bad Boy crew. I think that really really blew up Biggie's career. When he changed his style, not just as a battle rapper, because Biggie was a classic street battle rap dude. Like he get out there and wear your ass out on the street. You know what I'm saying? That was the climate back then. That was the climate back then. So we were having a conversation. Who's your favorite rapper? Who do you think was the best? And then Will Atkins asked me about Rakim, which I thought was a good conversation about Rakim, and I thought Rakim was the most unique of all the rappers back then. When I don't mean, when I say unique, I mean there's a lot of people that were stealing Rakim's style, and they saying that Rakim, who from Wyandanch, Long Island, was connected to a couple of OGs from Wyandanch, OG rappers from Wyandanch, and so I don't want to get into that conversation in Long Island, but as far as musically putting records out on a high level, Rakim, I believe, it was the most unique and original of all rappers that during the 80s that came out. Rakim and Slick Rick was probably the two of the most original. All right, anyway, back to what I'm talking about. Let's give my shout outs this morning to everybody. In the tune of reggae Wednesday. Let me give my shout outs this morning. I want to shout out to everybody that came in this morning. First and foremost, let's shout out Jada Chef, Daniel Brown. Good morning. Letha Malambo, what up? All the way from Mozambique, what's happening? Kurt Hobby, what up? Good morning. Daniel Brown, yeah, we love you, man. Abel Fernandez, good morning. We're giving you a shout out. Will Atkins, thanks for all the questions. Will Atkins contributes and put some dope questions out there in the morning. Timothy Green, good morning. We're talking about Lauryn Hill, how incredible Lauryn Hill is, and all that stuff. Let's go over to Facebook real quick. Remember, we're on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, MOP pages, and we're all over. I'm going to add some more MOP pages too. We have a few more MOP pages, and also we're connected to the MOP Spotify, which we have close to 2 million listeners a month on the MOP Spotify. So thank you for all that support y'all give us. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all for that. We just do what we do, man, and it comes back, and as the shopkeeper, we keep working, and Uncle Lace keeps it going. You know what I do. We keep it going, y'all. Let's go over to Facebook real quick. Let's give some shout outs in the Facebook section. Boom. Good morning, Janice McLean. Good morning, Paul Tomasi, Timothy Green. Good morning, Johnny Famous Jackson. Good morning, Keno Boomer Smith. Good morning, Lamar Garcia, Brooklyn Red. Good morning, Nitty Green. Good morning. Good morning, Kevin Wilson, Catman. How you doing, my brother? Ludo, All Elements, big MOP fan. Salute to you, Ludo, keeping that flame going. World Fortune, Jules Holloway, Brownsville Rich, Bugsy Calhoun. Good morning, Alex Lowe. Good morning, Chuck Bone. Good morning, Chuck Bone. Chuck Bone, my man. Valerie Jones, Star Asia. Good morning, Star Asia. Jay Parrish, my brother, Job Belly fame, great actor, great director. Jay Parrish, my brother Jay Parrish, Rafael De Silva, Richard Syke, good morning. Lucci Loner, good morning. And Byron Kirkland II, good morning. Good going. Wow. All right, also, let me go to blackfacts.com while I'm at it. And, Ja, put today's mathematics in there, please, for everybody, for all my nation of gods and earth. Fact of the day on blackfacts.com, April 26, 1886, Gertrude Ma Rainey was born. Yeah. She was a singer who was known as the mother of blues. She was recognized as the first great professional blues vocalist. There you go. Very nice. I like Black Facts. She began her career as a performer at a new talent show in Columbus, Georgia, when she was approximately 12 years old. As a member of the First African Baptist Church, she began performing in black minstrel shows. I don't know if y'all know about the minstrel shows. We'll talk about that one another day. In 1923, Ramey was discovered by Paramount Records producer J. Mayo Williams. She signed a recording contract with the company, and in December, she made her first 8 recordings in Chicago. Nice. Rainey recorded with Thomas Dorsey and Louis Armstrong with the Georgia Jazz Band. She toured in 1935 when she was largely retired from performing. After her mother and sister died, Rainey retired completely from the music business in 1935, returning to her hometown of Columbus, Georgia. There she reportedly owned 2 theaters, Lyric and the Air Dome. Ooh. For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery, because if history is a mystery, it's bound to repeat itself. Your boy Unc's in the building. Shout him out. Let's go. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Wow, I love Reggae Wednesday. Reggae Wednesday is my favorite of all the days. Good morning, everybody. Unc's in the building. Let's go. I love Reggae Wednesday. That's one of my favorite days of all the Dr. D Nice. Yeah, we get to D Nice this morning. I got a lot to talk to Dr. D Nice about this morning. So D Nice, stay tuned. I'm going to call you in a little while. Today's mathematics for the nation of gods and earth. Uncle Lace is not a member of the nation of gods and earth, but I do respect all cultures' beliefs. And today's mathematic is wisdom, equality, all being born to build or destroy, which means to add on to the cipher by destroying the negativity in your life. Very good one. Very wise. To the nation of gods and earth. Very wise. Very wise. Thank you, Jada Chef, for all of your contributions, especially when you're giving us today's mathematics to all the nation of gods and earth. We love our brothers from the nation of gods and earth. There you go. Formerly the 5% Nation. We love y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all. The influence on our community. We love all our brothers. Nation of gods and earth. But okay, so a couple things before we get started today. I want to just give y'all. We talk, we entertain, but we also teach in this situation, right? So the first thing I want to give y'all is I want to say very sad news, and I want to celebrate this man, this icon who passed away. I got to tell you something. It's not something that you guys follow every day. And some of you guys are too young to even understand his impact in civil rights, any of that stuff. You guys don't even understand, who this man was, what he meant to our community. A man from the Caribbean. Let me just play his song real quick, so y'all understand the impact of this guy, who I'm talking about. But I got to tell you something, man. If you don't know, and I'm about history. I'm about just learning your history, learning your connections, so it doesn't repeat itself in a negative way. All right, this is probably one of the icons in the civil rights movement. More than just music, this guy right here. You come and me want to go home. Wow.
Work all night and a drink a rum. Daylight come and we want to go home.
Wow.
Stack banana till the morning.
Give him the flowers, this man. Hey.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Daylight come and we want to go home. Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana.
Wow.
Daylight come and we want to go home. Live 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and we want to go home.
Come on.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch.
Like, oh man, we wanna go home. Yo, man, I gotta tell you something. Harry Belafonte, rest in peace. 96 years old. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. Whatever y'all putting in the chat, I'm not looking at it right now. I just need a second to just honor this man, Harry Belafonte. Let me just give you the story. Harry Belafonte, born Harold George Belafonte, March 1st, 1927. He died April 25th, 2023. That was just, a day ago. Was a Jamaican American singer. It's very apropos that we honor him on Reggae Wednesday. That's why I came in with the Studio One stuff this morning. An activist who popularized calypso music with the international audience in the 1950s. His breakthrough album, Calypso 1956, was the first million-selling LP by a single artist. 1956. Belafonte was best known for recording Deo, Jump in Line, Shake Sonora, Shake Sonora. White people think that that's white people saying that, but that was Harry Belafonte, Mary's Boy Child. Recorded and performed in many genres, including blues, flows, gospel. He did it all. Belafonte was considered an actor, singer, and activist. Paul Robeson, a mentor and a close confidant of Martin Luther King Jr. and during the Civil Rights Movement in the 1950s and 60s. He was a vocal critic of policies of George W. Bush and Donald Trump administrations. Belafonte acted as the American Civil Liberties Union ambassador for juvenile justice issues. Belafonte won 3 Grammy Awards, a Grammy Lifetime Achievement, an Emmy Award, and a Tony Award. He received the Kennedy Center honors. He was awarded the National Medal of Arts in 1994. In 2014, he received Gene Hirschfeld's Humanitarian Award and Academy's 6th Annual Governor's Award. In 2022, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In the early influence category. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. I don't even know if you understand the impact of this man. Oh man, we wanna go home. And Harry Belafonte went home yesterday. So God bless you, my sir. God bless you, good man. Harry Belafonte, rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. It ended up being cruise ship music because the older people was on cruise ships, and that's what they listened to. They listened to Harry Belafonte. He was just an amazing person and instrumental in the civil rights movement. His influences were amazing, and it goes back to my conversation, about what our influence in hip hop. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about how much influence we have in music and all that stuff. This is on your mind. Like, who's the greatest rapper? Who's all this stuff? We sit there and think about all that stuff. So we have to utilize our influence in hip hop. I like my brother Easy Breezy's approach by connecting hip hop artists and all that stuff. I like that. That's a great plan, great idea. You saw us connecting with Memphis Bleak and Freeway and Damon and all these other people. Now we got to get these guys in a room, not on the stage, not in the public eye. We got to do what they did in the civil rights movement. They planned in a quiet room. They went behind the scenes and they planned. They wasn't, you didn't see him, you didn't see him at the Harry Belafonte show. You saw them in a quiet room with Jim Brown, Harry Belafonte, Dr. Martin Luther King and that whole crew, at Ralph Abernathy and all those people. And they were in there making a plan to do it. So that's where we got to go next. We got to make that plan quietly. You said that I'm cooking, looking for a barbecue. What do you mean you're looking for a barbecue sauce? I'm cooking, looking for a barbecue sauce. Yeah. He wasn't that. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely was an activist. Okay, I see what you're saying. You're cooking. Yeah. So anyway, rest in peace, Harry Belafonte. Let's just get that out of the way real quick. Rest in peace, Harry Belafonte. Now, also, I don't know. Do y'all guys follow Don Lemon? That's a political thing. I don't want to talk too much about that. That's crazy. Him and Tucker Carlson got fired. Don Lemon got a lot of flack from the hip hop dudes. Felt like he was felt like he was a little bit, pandering little dude when it came to black issues. And then he tried to all of a sudden jump on the black side of issues. It's a very deep conversation, but listen, they fired him the other day. He's a rich guy, so he's not going to be hurt. And I didn't always disagree with Don Lemon, so let me just get that straight. But the man got fired, and he had to move on. Just to tell you, and I want to let y'all know something. Y'all don't own this. Y'all don't own this country. So they will get rid of you. You're working for the people. So just understand that. Don't jump out of the bottle. Don't go crazy when you don't own the shit. If you don't own it, don't worry about it. They can fire your ass. Don't assume. Don't assume that they won't get rid of your ass. So just, think about that. Yeah, Don fired himself. There was an article where he was arguing with some guy. Like he was taking a lot of stuff personal. And it was kind of hard to deal with a dude taking stuff personal when you're trying to be a news guy. He was attitude, head switching and everything. It was crazy. Yeah. We get to, yeah. Thank you. One thing about us as a people, we get real comfortable in somebody else's house. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't get comfortable on the couch. Don't get comfortable on the couch, all right? You know what I'm saying? That's their crib. Don't get comfortable on the couch. If it's not your crib, don't get too comfortable. I'm keeping it real with y'all for a second. Don't get too comfortable on the couch, y'all, because, that's what happens. When you get comfortable, motherfuckers do shit to you. They fire you. And don't be mad that they fired you because it's their shit. That's why I'm always supporting black-owned shows. You know what I'm saying? Like black-owned networks and all that kind of stuff because we jump out the window for these white boys. And listen, and I'm not against white people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying black people don't own these networks. They don't own these sports teams, nothing. But we jumping out the window. They don't even own the music business. We jumping out the window as soon as they call. All of a sudden. We use terms like, at the end of the day, you just came off the block, man. Shut up. You're off the block and 3 months later, at the end of the day, shut up, nigga. You're just repeating what they told you, you dummy. You dumb dummy. You big dummy. I used to love people like Fred because that's what I loved about people like Harry Belafonte. I love people that kept that shit real. No matter what, Harry Belafonte kept it real. No matter what, he kept it real. Never fronted. Always kept it gangster. It didn't matter. And keeping it gangster don't mean keeping it stupid. He kept it gangster. Harry Belafonte, rest in peace. Rest in peace. The next thing I'm gonna talk to y'all about is weed gummies. How many of y'all eat those weed gummies? White people have a way of making us feel comfortable, and then they smile in your face, be quick to stab in your back. But I learned that doing that security. But listen, that's y'all fault. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's his life. You know what I'm saying? Why would a dude ever want to tell you how he really feel? Think about that. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when white people should tell you how they feel. Hey, nigga, go pick that up off the floor before I tag you in the fucking tree. They used to do that back in the days. They realize that you just can't do that no more. So why would they tell you? You got to learn to smile with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, don't worry about it. Because, nobody want to get punched in the face. White people don't want to get punched in the face by some mad black person. So you got to learn to play the game with these. They playing the game with you, play a game with them. Learn that. And do your planning behind the scenes. Brothers playing out loud. Yo, I'm about to. You ever talk to guys? Yo, guess what? I'm about to do this. Yo, when I do this, don't tell me your plans. Make your plans and execute your plans on your own or with your team. Don't get out there and tell me all your plans. All right? Yeah, execute your plans. What are you doing? Don't you think if everybody got behind the scenes and really executed their plans and stopped messing with each other, don't you think that would be crazy? Yeah. They always been the devil, although there are other devils just like us. Well, we call them demons. The devils and demons. Devils and demons. All right, so now to follow up on the prize story yesterday, 50 Cent responded to, oh boy, 50, 50, I love 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the one dude. Yeah, did you read the story about how 50 Cent squashed the beef with the Locks? He went up there by himself. 50 Cent reminds me of some of the dudes in my neighborhood. some of the brothers in my neighborhood, the real gangsters in my neighborhood that would just walk up on you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They would have monster teams, but you would have to worry about them. You know what I'm saying? Like they would be the guy you would worry about, not their team. You know, they'll send their team, but that's one thing. But you would always have to worry about that dude. You don't want to get on the bad side of that guy. You know what I'm saying? Because them guys were real gangsters. 50 reminds me of that kind of guy, except for he's in the music business. You know what I'm saying? On the entertainment business. So they said he squashed the beef with the Locks by just going up there by himself up to D Block to Yonkers. And sat there, hung out with them dudes for an hour. Can you imagine how big 50 is? I know 50. So 50 is a big muscle dude, right? And just walk up there by himself. Yo, what up? I think they should afford us something. Somebody should have snuffed him. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? And then because 50's a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a southpaw, left-handed boxer, golden glove boxer, real deal. So you're not going to beat him. You know what I'm saying? He's a real boxer. You're not going to beat 50. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to beat him. And he trained. He in shape. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to hear that story. Yeah, we let everybody know. TD Love and Good Morning Reggae Wednesday. We just gave a shout out to a rest in peace to the great Harry Belafonte. Jamaica is very apropos on Reggae Wednesday. Yeah, we always tell ourselves. Have you ever got physical? Well, MOP? I'm gonna laugh real quick. Stop for a second. Well, hold on. Everybody hold on for a second. The question we'll ask is, well, did MOP ever had to get physical with somebody? Hold on, one more time. Yo, your questions sometimes be crazy. Did MOP ever have to get physical with somebody? Oh my God. Fucking I know I'm just messing with you. First of all, it's a good question, Will. And I'm just messing with you, brother. Don't take it personal. I appreciate it. It's just funny. Yeah, listen, let me tell you something, man. One day you'll read a book and it'll be about all of the stuff that we went through in the music business and all that stuff. You'll read all the stories. They'll come out and no. You my man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you. No. Don't. I'm just laughing. Because we actually have MOP has a very serious reputation in the music business of handling business a very particular kind of way, even with some artists. Like I can't even name. I don't even want to say the names of the artists. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Lord, yeah, the stories are real crazy, and let's just say thank God we are where we are today. Thank you. As Teflon said yesterday, let's all come in peace and have a good time. We've gotten to a certain age where we can all laugh about it, So there's no beef now. You know what I'm saying? I know you will. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Ja. Ja, leave it alone. We're not doing that. Save it all for the book. Save it all for the book. That's so funny. I love you. Yo, Will Atkins, we love you, brother. That was definitely a great question. All right, but anyway, what I wanted to talk to y'all about before I get my girl, Dr. T Nice, on here. Good morning, TD. Is Joe Biden's running for president again. Thank God, no cell. Listen, thank God, no. Good morning, DJ Supreme Prima Lemur. Thank God, no cell phones for back then. Yeah, good. Yeah. No cell phones. Thank you. Imagine if it was cell phones back in the early days of hip hop. What would have happened? If it was cell phones where we was able, like our cell phones was like these big radioactive nuclear cell phones like that big, it's like huge, just walking around with a nuclear reactor. That's how big the cell phone was back in the days. Imagine if we would have had pictures from back in the days, like, no way. That's crazy. Anyway, Good morning, DJ Supreme. Premier Lemert. Good morning. Reggae Wednesday. Unction in the building. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. Make sure y'all go get that Teflon a new record produced by DJ Premier and his new album coming out, Two Sides to Every Story, DJ Premier and Jazzy Moto. And it's going to be a great record. Premier mixed the entire record and executive produced the record on Coal Mine. There you go. Yeah, I'll let you know when the book's coming out. Okay. So Joe Biden is running again and he picked Kamala Harris again. Now, my question to y'all, on people out there, and this is for Americans. I don't know if you Europeans know who Kamala Harris is. Kamala Harris is the first female vice president of the United States. Now, it is people are bugging about this, but it's very likely that Joe Biden may die or retire in office. The man's 80 years old, so if he wins again, he's fighting against Donald Trump. Donald Trump is going to be the dude, right? The problem with Trump is Trump is probably going to either go to jail or get indicted or something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a high potential that Trump may not make it, or he may win if he gets nominated for the presidency. What's going to end up happening is that Donald Trump might have some immunity. You know how they say you can't indict a president, so he might get under the wire and may not go to jail. That may happen. But let's just say. Yeah, we need new people. But the reason I'm asking this question is if Biden does win, it's a high probability that Kamala Harris may be the first black Indian, whatever she is, coolie president of the United States, female president. Look at Ja going Trump 24. Trump might not win. Most American people want him back in the office. Let me tell. Well, yeah. Well, I think the Democrats are going to went crazy. They went crazy with this trans stuff. Even the gay community is flipping on the trans stuff now. You know what I'm saying? The trans stuff is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, at the end of the day, whatever you want to do, you could dress up like a woman. Nobody's stopping you. But now they got to the point where they got the trans guys entering, sports events with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching videos of it looks like a full grown man beating up a woman in the UFC. That's crazy. It's crazy. Like I think they've gone crazy. So, at the end of the day, I think that's going to be a lot. And especially, me, how I feel about giving young children hormones. Because the kid wants to identify as, little boy plays with dolls. All of a sudden, you want to give him hormone medication. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it at all. And I think that's why a lot of black people even will not vote for the Democrats because that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Oh yeah, Kamala Harris is Jamaican and East Indian. She coolie. Right, that's the term, right? She coolie. So she may be the first female president because it's very, very likely that either if Joe Biden doesn't die in office, I'm saying he's 80 years old. If he don't die in office, he may just retire. Will said Trump had a lot of good policies, although I didn't agree with everything he said. He was the best for this country. I don't agree with that, but I got you. Yeah, but people say they think Donald Trump may win again. I'm not as mad about Trump as I was before because we had him in office. We know he's crazy, and you can balance the crazy with some of the policies. I'm a business owner, so and we know that people are racist, and what the Democrats have showed us that they just as racist on the other side. So, the rednecks not having that. The rednecks not having that. All right, let's get Dr. D Nice on. The rednecks. I don't think the rednecks like Trump like that no more. I think because Trump is now talking about black people. Like Trump is going to get the black vote. He talks about, you hear him talking about how black people built the country. Trump will say whatever he got to say. So I got a funny feeling that Trump may win again because now he's aiming his message toward black people. And you know how forgiving y'all black people are, right? As long as they say something nice, they don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's get my sister, Dr. D Nice, on the phone this morning. This is Wednesday. She's off today. Dr. D Nice, good morning, sis.
Hey, Uncle Ace.
Wow, you're off today, so I know you're clear today. Kamala Harris being president. You think it's possible that Kamala Harris maybe end up being the president of the United States?
You know what? It's possible. I mean, I know it's a lot of people's dream, and there's going to be nothing unturned, no plot not done to make sure it happens.
Yeah, from the Democratic side, and how else could you piss off? How else could you piss off white women than making Kamala Harris the president of the United States? I mean, you could really. If you really want to piss off white women, make her the president of the United States. Like white women didn't even want Hillary. Tanya said the Democrats are going to vote Republican this time.
Yeah, I don't know. I read the comment section and a lot of posts, and they're losing a lot of black people. I don't see a lot of black people that are as what's the word, committed to the Democratic Party like they used to be.
One thing about what will and I'm seeing even more. Like, remember when Trump first ran for president, a lot of black people was going crazy, but now it seems a lot of black people would vote for Trump now. They would all vote for Trump now because they've been disappointed by the Democratic Party, and the Democrats have went crazy.
Yeah, I don't even think it's vote for Trump specifically. It's just, what other choice do we have? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But yeah,
I've talked to a lot of people who are like, they're either going to write somebody else's name in or vote for whoever is on the Republican side.
Will Atkins says something really crazy. He said Democrats are responsible for the breakup of the black families. I tend to agree with him on that. That was a Lyndon Johnson Great Society program where he actually put this program incentivized this program where if you were black and you're poor and you wanted welfare, you would get government assistance, but the man had to be out of the house. And it was and the problem is our women chose that. Now there were poor white people that were in situations like our brothers and sisters in the Jewish community. They were still getting welfare, but they kept their families together because when they talked about the marriage in the Jewish community, the marriage in Jewish is a religious, it's not a legal marriage, it's a religious marriage. You know what I'm saying? So they were able to keep the families together, and so they would have the income where the husbands would go out and run the business and the wife could still get welfare, and they were able to maintain their families. In our black communities, the women, they kicked the man out, took the bread, and then we built some amazing women. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my women out there. They've become great. But they've lost the protection of the black man in our communities, and we can see it today with the kids going well. Yeah.
Brings you meaning to the love, for the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right.
When you choose money as your first priority, it can't ever be first. Yeah, it's important. It can't be the first reason.
Well, the Jewish people did not get the home visits as well. It's because, just to give you an understanding of how it worked, you would have to go to face back then if you were on welfare, right? You have to do these checkups or home visits. But in the Jewish community, shout to them, you can never get mad at them because the way they did it was they would have only Jewish people that handled the Jewish cases, the welfare cases. So they had people that could deal with it. In our community, even the black people that was handling the cases wasn't really holding us down. They really, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody is harder on a.
Ain't nobody harder on brothers than brothers. You know what I'm saying? Black people, as soon as. Yeah.
You everything. They'd be quick to be a rule follower. You can't get away with nothing if a black person's in charge.
Nothing. People hurt people. The American system has always been targeted and destroyed black families. Mainly the black man in the system never acknowledged the black man because he was a threat to their system. That's what Will Atkins says. Very, very smart words. Will Atkins. We are Kimberly Robinson. Good morning, Kimberly. She said we are our own worst enemies, black people. Is that true? That's true, right?
There's some truth to that.
A lot of truth to that.
I mean, we won't be all negative, Nelly. There are voices in our community that want to lift us up, but they're not popular voices. They are voices that sometimes point out the harsh truth. And who wants to hear that? People want you to blow smoke up underneath them and tell them how amazing they are, and that's how people roll.
Well, you can't challenge.
How amazing or how oppressed. Let me stop that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like you can't challenge an idea, or you can't disagree with a black person without getting his feelings. Once you disagree with them, they're in their feelings, and then all of a sudden, I ain't messing with that guy no more, and you lose the value asset. You lose a valuable asset because people get in their feelings because you disagree with them. I think that's a big part. That's a big part of our problem.
That's exactly. Yeah. There's the Bible talks about how a wise person can take correction.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's something about us that it's very hard. We're not humble enough sometimes to accept correction.
Can we take correction? Yeah, that's a good question. This goes out to the audience. Can you guys take correction? If somebody's giving you correction, are you able to take it, or are you only able to see things that are in your own purview? Like I talk about how you can't get rich with a black man. Another black man cannot get rich with a black man in this country because a black man cannot see another man getting rich inside his purview. So I use the music business, for example. I was like, look at the guys up under this black man, how they got rich. And look at the guys up under the white guys that always was able to get money. And the guys that under the black man would never get rich because the black man cannot see another black man getting rich outside of his purview or his vision. And I think that's a problem that we have.
And well, the question is now, like, where does it come from? And I think that's where a lot of people are hanging their hat. Well, it came from how we were indoctrinated during slavery and whatever and all those things. And they have been
I'm so tired of hearing. I'm so tired of hearing the slavery conversation. I'm tired of that, man. This is crazy.
That's the point I was going to make. Okay, fine. That's where it came from. Good. Now what?
Yeah,
what
now
you gonna
what?
do?
What you gonna do? What? Right. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep. Slavery for 1,000 years, every generation. These kids don't even know nothing about slavery right now. We slaves to our own self. We carrying slavery and passing that shit down to the next generation, to where the next generation is affected by slavery. At the end of the day, man, listen, and I'm not saying slavery didn't have an impact on us 100, 250 years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago with Jim Crow and redlining and all that stuff. But at what point do we stop and say, wait a minute, let's be about us and get these people lifted up? Let's do what we got to do. Let's do what we got to do, Dr. D Nice.
Yeah, we have to.
Stop co-signing bullshit, BS. Let's go.
Yeah, we have to, or else it's just going to continue. It doesn't make sense. I mean, fine, you were hurt. But now what? What are we going to do?
The Japanese they dropped nuclear bomb on the Japanese. You can't talk about being hurt. They killed hundreds of thousands of people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you have so many other cultures that have suffered.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, our society seems to be the one that wants to use it as our flag, wave it as our thing, the reason for everything, the reason why we're poor, remain poor, the reason why we're oppressed, the reason why all these things are happening. Everybody's got, you can even look at it not even as a community, as an individual.
Maybe that's what we highlight, because we got a lot of rich black people out here. Maybe we only highlight the poor. You know what I'm saying? You know how many poor white people out there? You can go to West Virginia, you can go to Pennsylvania, you can go to Maryland, out there by Hagerstown, Maryland. You can go out there all across the country. You got trailer parks of really dirt poor, millions and millions of dirt poor white people. You don't never hear nobody talking about that. Nobody talks about the poor white people in this country.
Or even glorifying that culture.
Right.
Or even glorifying that part of the culture.
Right. Nobody talks about that. You know what I'm saying? It's way more. Let me tell you something. It's way more poor white people than black people. It's way more poor white people on welfare than black people. It's way more white people on welfare than black people in this country.
Yeah, I've heard that statistic.
No, 38% of white people in this country are on welfare. It's 200 million white people. It's 40 million black people at 37%. That's telling me if it's 40 million black people at 37%, so we probably got like maybe, less than 7-8 million people on welfare, black people on welfare, right? So we got the rest of black people that are out there working, doing great things, doing what they got to do, taking care of their family above the poverty line. White people in this country at 37% of 200, almost 200 million people. Well, look at that. Now, 30%, that is crazy. That's like, what, 60 million people on welfare? Come on, man. Tell you, that's the numbers. People lie. Numbers don't lie.
So how do we convince our people to stop that?
We gotta stop playing victim. We gotta stop playing victim because we could fix the poverty situation in the African American community, but we gotta stop trying to fix it through the lens of white people. We do everything through the lenses of white people. Let us fix your problems. No, black people can fix their problems. There's enough money in the African American community to fix the problems. That's why I love to shout out the Jewish community because they get together and fix their problems. They work together. But the last thing you want black people to do is work together. If we work together, I say this every day. Think of all of the just entertainment, all the major stars in entertainment. If they got together and sat in a room, we don't never have to see this conversation. Those old civil rights conversations. The reason why the civil rights movement was effective in the 1960s because you didn't see them planning. You didn't see the plan. The FBI and the CIA had to implant people and bug the rooms so they could hear what the black people was talking about. We can get in the room together and sit down and make plans. We want to be on TV. We want to plan on TV. If you want to make a plan, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get out of your own way and notice that you can fix your situation. You can fix the education situation in the black community if you plan quietly.
Yeah, because the resources are there.
Yeah, we got the money. Yeah, we got the money. We richest. If you take black people out of this country, we'd be like the 10th richest one in the world. We'd be richer than Sweden, Austria. We're rich. $1.4 trillion in economic spending power. $1.4 trillion. What are you saying? Black people in this country got money. Let's stop fronting. Every time black people get together, there's a problem for everyone else. We're always infiltrated and always going to sell out amongst our people. Yeah, well, because that's what we know how to do. I was watching a Woman King the other day. They said, yeah, we're selling people to Europeans. Black people sell themselves. William Atkins says black people should get reparations, but only in the form of land and resources, not money, because if they give us money, we'll only give it right back to the rich people who don't care about us. Well, I don't agree with that. I think you should. I don't agree with that. I think we need money. Yeah, it's not the conversation. I don't agree with that. I think they got to pay the bill. They got to pay the bill for the work black people do. You still got to pay your bill. Pay your bill. Black people built this country, made it rich. You got to pay your bill. That's what I'm saying. Pay your bill. Pay your bill. Pay your fare. Dr. D Nice, in New York, there was in a subway, there was this one lady who worked for the subway system. Everybody who jumped the turnstile, she'd be like, pay your fare. United States, pay your fare. Pay your fare. Pay your fare. Set up a bill. That's all. Kim says, give me my shmoney. But besides that, so Dr. D Nice, so do you think that black people would support Kamala Harris if she became president of the United States?
It's going to be 50-50 because she has not proven, from what I read, and, it doesn't look like she's proven herself to be a very effective vice president.
Yeah.
Just from the comment section. I know everybody was excited and happy about her when she was elected.
First African American female. I mean, Jamaican and all that stuff. Yeah.
Afterwards, as I read the comment sections, I see the sentiments just switching totally. I'm like, okay, all right. So I don't know. I mean, maybe people would just get excited again about the first thing.
I think she's being quiet. 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 You know what I'm saying? Like the vice president's supposed to be quiet. They're supposed to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So she's doing what she's supposed to do. She got to be quiet and support the president. They're keeping her muted.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
that's too. Once again, I don't follow what Kamala is doing very much. I just know as I read the comment section in different posts, the sentiment towards her is not positive.
So what is she doing wrong? What is Kamala? Put it in. What do y'all think Kamala's doing wrong? What's she doing wrong?
I'm saying, I won't even say it's negative. I think it's just like, people don't really have an opinion or feeling for her at this moment. So maybe that's a good position to be in.
Yeah, she's a black woman at the seat of power in the United States. That's what she's at. Even though it's a puppeteer situation, she's a black woman in the seat of power. What did she do wrong, or whatever the case may be? Because I'm not hearing what she did wrong, and I'm not saying I'm not a big supporter of hers.
People, when people, it's kind of like when Obama was president. People wanted. I remember this seeing when he was elected. I saw this guy, and yes, I'm gonna get a new set of teeth. I don't know if you remember that. This guy.
Oh, because Obama was giving. They said Obama was giving away money.
No, you remember that when he was elected. So there's an excitement there that people like the great white hope, and there's a lot of pressure. Is that the word? Expectation, like a savior type thing, and I'm just trying to figure out what
Kamala Harris is in a catch-22 situation. Let me tell you the problem with the situation.
Yeah.
It's only 12% of black people in the country. You cannot satisfy. You can't just be the president of black people in this country. Be the president.
Exactly.
So you got to be a president of the whole country. So you got to balance those interests. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And that's kind of what I think that's what people are not seeing. That, I mean, yeah, we're like 12%. I mean, she's the vice president. She has to represent the entire constituency.
The biggest percentage of people coming to the country is Latinas.
Say that again?
Latinos are the biggest population coming into the country. I would think there would be more quicker to be a Latino president than a black president.
Well, right now the racial battle is black and white, and people are more excited about the whole black and white thing because those are the people on the polls, the opposite ends of the polls, and
it's no battle. How could it be a black and white? See, that's another false narrative.
When I say battle, I'm putting up quotations. That's the big issue. You don't hear a lot of Hispanic white issues.
Yeah, because Spanish people think they white.
I mean, I don't know.
Go to a Spanish person. Spanish be like, yo, I ain't no black person. It could be the blackest Spanish person in the world. They'd be like, no, I'm not black. I'm Dominican. No, I'm not black. I'm not black. I'm Dominican.
If you look at race, the spectrum, the two people on the end, you have black people on one end, white people on the other end, and everybody else kind of fill in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called a polarizing issue because it's on the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is black and white. You never hear everything is Hispanic and white or everything is Hispanic and black. Those are not the poles, black and white.
I got one more thing I'm going to talk to you about. So we realize before we get out of here today, I got one more thing I want to talk to you about. Legalized marijuana. How do you feel about legal marijuana as a doctor? How do you feel about that?
Against it.
You're against legal marijuana, and explain why you're against, Dr. Dinas. Why are you against legal marijuana?
Because it's just let me try it. I'm trying to make sure I say what it.
Right.
I'm just against the use of marijuana just for recreational. Period. I do feel it has medicinal value.
Right.
How people are using it is not medicinally though. They are using it to numb their feelings, to not face life. People are not using it because they have arthritis in their knee or asthma or whatever it is that are some neurological issue or appetite.
You do prescribe pain medication as a doctor, don't you?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is people are not using marijuana for that. You have perfect healthy people that just high all the time because they don't want to face life.
Right. Well, I mean, a lot of people. The drug epidemic here, fentanyl epidemic in this country, a painkiller epidemic in this country too.
I'm all of those. Right. I'm not even for alcohol. I don't. The truth is, I don't really think the legal system needs to get into it. It's up to the government if they want to put policy and political policies behind it.
As a doctor, I'm
just looking at it as an overall quality of life thing. Right. These things are not enhancing people's quality of life.
Yeah, it's legal in a lot of thriving European countries. In Prague and Czech Republic and Amsterdam, weed is legal.
Once again, it's the legality of it is not even my issue. Governments can do whatever they want to do. It is what it is. I'm just saying that what I see is that people are not living their life. People are using it to numb their entire existence, just like people use alcohol to numb their existence. People don't want to live, and that's what they're using it for.
Well, they don't want to live life. They don't want to feel life, you're saying. Or cigarettes. People smoke cigarettes. Same thing.
Same thing. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
I put them all in that life numbing category. They prevent people from really living their best life.
So, but it's going to be legal right now. It's legal in a lot of cities in New York. Weed is legal now. They got weed stores popping up everywhere. It's a solid business all over the country. Let's say you're sick, you got cancer, and you're getting older, whatever. A lot of people use weed to deal with that. You're against that too?
A lot of people. What's the percentage on that? Since we're talking about math, that's not what people are using it for.
Well, the percentage of old people is getting more and more because of modern day medicine, and a lot of older people are living longer. So a lot of older people are needing painkillers and life enhancing medications to keep their lives.
Those are not the people. That's a small percentage. We're really honest about it. Let's be really honest about it.
So let me give you a larger percentage. As a gateway drug, a lot of people started their criminal careers, their jail careers because of weed. Where they're now getting rid of all those charges and throwing those charges out. But a lot of young people, just for having a bag of weed, would get arrested and go to jail, and that would then start the life of being incarcerated because of this weed stuff.
Yeah, I mean, listen. It's turned into a more. Here's the thing: it's turned into a more complicated thing than it is. The government decided to really get involved in it and putting laws. Pro, for, against it. I'm just coming from
a lot of young black men's first charge is a weed charge.
Huh?
A lot of young black men's first charge is a weed charge.
Okay. I mean, was it against the law then? I'm just saying.
I love it.
The law. It's not like, here's my thing. It was against the law. You're breaking the law. That's the government's law. Now it's against the law. You can do whatever. Now the law is on your side. Now you can do it. But
Will Atkins says he thinks marijuana stops a lot of crime from happening because it makes people chill and let shit go. That's what he said. You don't know. You want people to feel. She's like Captain Kirk. She's like, I need to feel all my pain. I wouldn't get any painkillers from you, huh, Doc?
For me, I order it, but I limit it. Because,
you limit
it. It's not until you.
Wow.
The moment you order a pain medicine for somebody, and then you see them start coming back after a while, just fiending for it, that hurts your heart as a physician.
Like you don't want to be. I understand you, Doc. You don't want to build addicts. You don't want to build addicts. That's all.
Exactly. I'm trying to help, and now
the pharmaceutical companies want them addicts, though. Pfizer, Merck wants those addicts. So weed won't enhance my life. Is that what you're saying?
basically, it's not helping. It's not helping anybody's situation. It really isn't.
Will Atkins says people stressed out. Looking at what's going on, inflation through the roof, crime has risen, large percentage of people losing job left and right. If it wasn't weed, there'd be a lot of suicides and even more crime.
Now we're going back to the whole victim thing. Is the weed the answer then? Is the weed that's going to fix it? Okay, now that we have everybody high, is that going to be how things are fixed?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I understand you, Doc. I'm just reading the comments. Doc,
I know you're reading it. I'm just saying. Now we're going back to previously what we're talking about.
Doctor said, feel that pain. You need to feel that pain. You need to feel it.
When we put everybody into a whole victim, woe is me, then nobody feels like solving the problem. Everybody's just kind of la-di-da-di-da, whatever. I'm such a victim. Let me go smoke my weed and roll up in a ball.
Josh says he's on 6 different blood pressure pills. He said he'd rather smoke weed.
Yeah, weed's not going to help your high blood pressure.
She said it's not going to help your high blood pressure. It's not going to bring your blood pressure down.
Weed that's out there now. You're just trading one problem for another. It's like a Band-Aid or a duct tape. Come on.
Kimberly says her favorite movie is Half Baked with Dave Chappelle. Weed makes for some funny ass movies, though.
Oh yeah, I mean it makes for some funny scenes. You see people, it cracks you up.
I'm not gonna put that up there, Will Atkins. That's a very negative comment. I'm not gonna put that up there. DJ Supreme says Prima Lemert says what happens when you come off being high off weed. That's the thing.
What happens?
Yeah. What happens when you come off being high? Like coming down off a weed high. Is that terrible?
Like what you mean? Like withdrawal?
Yeah, withdrawal. Yeah.
I mean, there's some people that have noticed withdrawal from it, and some people don't.
John the chef said it helps his blood pressure when he smokes weed.
Yeah, sure. And so will exercise and eating properly and all of those things.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. Yo, Ja. She laid into you, Ja. She said so. Wow.
Listen.
D nice.
I
love
do
it.
this every day. I have, as a matter of fact, it's a new skit thing. I'm going to start making little like TikToks about it. Give me the pill, doc, because that is the theme of physicians. I have like extra training in lifestyle medicine, sharing with people that if you exercise regularly, you can lower your blood pressure. If you start eating certain things, you can cure your diabetes. Give me the pill, doc.
Will Atkins says most people are not strong enough to cope with society by themselves without some kind of medication to help. That's what Will Atkins says. Do you find that to be the case, Doc?
Say it again.
You said most people aren't strong enough to cope with society by themselves without some kind of help, medication.
They think they're not. They've been conditioned to think they're not.
Well, let me give you a couple of facts here. So remember the tobacco companies, or Philip Morris and those big tobacco companies? Well, guess who they bought up? They bought up Kraft and Nabisco. So the tobacco companies now own the food companies. So they use the same practices in making the food. A lot of stuff is the food that's causing these people to have these anxieties and issues because it's in the food. The food has been poisoned in this country, and people are eating poisoned food, which is causing them to get sick, which is causing them to need help. It's not, they're trapped. They're trapped in this country.
They don't even know where to start.
Josh says he does eat properly and exercises daily. He's fighting for his life. He says he no longer have diabetes, just high blood pressure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, remember the country is attacking its people by giving them bad food, and you got to eat. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. Josh said he grows his own food. He grows most of his own food because the food is poison.
And here's the thing. I am, like I said, I do not take away from the medicinal qualities of marijuana, medicinal qualities of a lot of these things that we have. the majority of people are not using this because they have an illness. They're using it to numb their existence.
To escape from life, they're using as an escape.
To escape from life. The majority of people look at it. Okay, John is using it for his high blood pressure. I ask all my patients what kind of substances or whatever they use. Majority of people, they're just using it because half of the time they don't even know why they're using it. Just because somebody told them that that's what they need to be doing.
Well,
we got hooked.
We are going to have a new segment on Wednesday. It's going to be called Ask Dr. D Nice, where y'all can ask Doctor questions, and she's going to give you some questions. Dr. D Nice, I appreciate you standing in the hot seat today.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, you're good at that.
10 toes down.
Yeah, right in the hot seat.
But if you have a strong feeling, you go hear it.
Thank you, Dr. D Nice. Have a great day, sis.
All right, you too.
Her name is
certainly
D
not
Nice.
a victory lap
People
for anyone.
call her Doctor. Dr. D Nice stood right in the hot seat today. She was right under the fire. She don't, and she hold it down. She don't care. She lets you know exactly how she feel. All right, this is a great. We never kill nobody. It's better than smoking cigarettes. Yeah. We're fine with that. But it was a good show today. We actually got some great conversation today. Good stuff going. I was gonna get Fame on today, but I'm gonna get him up in the morning. I ain't gonna bother him this morning. I know he was out late working in the studio. So he was doing his thing. So I didn't want to wake him up this morning. Listen, it's a tough life out here. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you. I'm not a doctor. I don't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? That never did. That wasn't really ever my thing. You know what I'm saying? But, people got to cope. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I want to thank everybody for coming in today. This is your boy Uncle Ace to the Raw Perspective. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. Reggae Wednesday. We love Reggae Wednesday. We're going to get that book. And it's a high probability Kamala Harris may be president. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I mean, a lot of people will not vote for Trump, even though people will vote for Trump. But Trump, we know he's crazy. But, people might vote for him. So you never know. All right. But anyway, have a great day this morning, what we talked about. And listen, man, all these powerful black people, entertainers, entrepreneurs, and businessmen, y'all need to get behind closed doors and make some good changes. All right? That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of things we can do. We do it together. Let's sit down. Let's make a plan. Let's get it popping because we are in a lot better shape than we think we are. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We are doing pretty well as a community. People fool us and think we're not doing it. Y'all doing all right. And we can do better. Let's get that education going. Again, this your boy Uncle Ace to the Raw Perspective. Shout out to my OSG family. Shout out to my MOP First family. We'll see y'all tomorrow. OSG Day. We'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great day. Reggae Wednesday. I love Reggae Wednesday.